Hi guys, and welcome to Simonlivefree TV. We're just having another interview today. I'm talking to Junor. He's a musician and artist, and yeah, I got to see him perform just a couple of days ago. So yeah, that was pretty cool, out at Federation Square down here in Melbourne. So yeah, we're just gonna have an interview today, as we do, and we'll get to see how he got started and where he's heading and what 2016's got for him. Hey Junior, so what's new, man?
Not much, bro. Just 2016, man. Whole new year.
You excited, man?
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun year. I think it's gonna be a really fun year.
Cool. I was just really curious, like, what got you started in music, man? Like,
Dude, like I've been playing music since like I was a real young kid. Like I started out as a drummer.
Yep.
And I was always like, in terms of like rapping and hip hop, I was always listening to hip hop. I was always writing raps as a kid. You might not be able to tell, but I'm like half Sri Lankan.
Okay.
So I went to like a super white school. So I got boxed into like that dark kid category.
Yeah.
So I just naturally gravitated towards like hip hop and like writing raps and stuff, as you do like with that culture and like being boxed in like that.
Yeah.
So that's just always sort of like been a part of what I've done. And it wasn't until I was like 17, 18 where I started to like really take it seriously and go, all right, let's record some stuff, let's really do some stuff. And then yeah, just gigging and stuff from there, and it's all just sort of gone uphill from there.
Okay, yeah, for sure. So, like, with your gigs and stuff, like, what some of your gigs you? Because I know you're working with other Australian rappers and singers and all that kind of stuff. So, like, who have you worked with so far?
So yeah, I have my own solo act as Junor.
Yep.
And then I DJ for another rapper who's doing really big things at the moment in Australia called Ivan Ooze. And yeah, we've been like, for the Ivan Ooze project, we've been touring a whole heap, especially 2015. We're probably on the road more than we were home, which was pretty sick. So yeah, playing heaps of massive gigs there. Dudes like Ice Cube, Cypress Hill, stuff like that. Like, it's been pretty fun, man. It was a fun year.
That's pretty cool, man. That's really cool. And yeah, so when you're going out through doing all these kind of gigs, and you know, like, what's your biggest driver?
Pretty much, like, music is my like creative outlet. Like, I used to be an athlete, and I felt like that was my outlet. Like, that was my release from, you know, everyday like life bullshit. But music was always there, and now that that's at the forefront of my life, like, that's totally like my creative outlet, like my release. So just doing music makes me happy, I guess, man. So that's why I like doing it.
That's awesome. So did you have like a mentor or any influences or in the course of your life as so far, and anyone else you've met who's inspired you to continue on the music journey?
Yeah, well, there's a couple dudes. Like, when I was growing up just through high school, there was a dude a bit older than me. His name was Dan Livingston. He goes under the name Livingston as a singer, and he's done a whole bunch of stuff on like big dance tracks and stuff. And he was always just that sort of dude who was doing it.
Yeah.
And like who was actually like hustling and doing it. So I guess he was a bit of like a mentor, and like he's still mates with me. He's singing on my new mixtape that I'm putting out and stuff, which is cool. But other than that, like, we just did a massive tour with Seth Sentry in 2015, and his DJ Sizzle, sort of like, it was our first like really long, like couple month long tour. So his DJ sort of just took me under his wing and taught me stuff of how to be a real good hype man on stage when you're behind the decks, just how to be a really good showman up there and do everything right, and like know that you're going to stuff up sometimes, and like how to bring it back. So I guess he's played a massive part on like where I am now as a performer, and like where our act is now, like, as a performance. So
Oh, fantastic, man. What is the best piece of advice you've received? Just like those little antidotes. Like, is there like a quote someone's given you and just like kind of made you go, yeah?
Yeah, dude, there was actually there was a show we played, I can't remember who it was with, it was in 2015 sometime, where so I was DJing for Ivan Ooze, and then the wireless mics, the batteries must have run out or something, the soundy stuff something up, and they just like cut out, and it looked like Ivan had forgotten his words, or we hadn't practiced our performance properly, and it looked real shit to the crowd. Like, the beats were still playing, the mic's just nothing coming out, and it happened like twice or three times.
Ooh.
And so like, we were really like, we got through it, and we still put on a good performance, crowd still liked it, but we were really pissed off after the set. And I can't remember who it was that we were playing with, but they said to us, they're like, look, and they'd been doing it for longer than us, they're like, look, when you're out on the road, when you're playing performance and stuff, and some shit like this happens, like, that's the worst day of your working life. like your mic's cut out and you got a little bit pissed off at it, like it's not that bad. You're still out there, you're still doing music, you're still doing what you love.
Yeah.
Like if the worst day of your working life is the mic's cutting out for a bit and you're having to get a little bit pissed off and get through it, it's not that bad. like, and so that was a bit of like a, oh yeah, I shouldn't be that pissed off. This is pretty fun doing what we're doing. So,
yeah, true, yeah, because so you don't lose focus on exactly like you're doing music. You just gotta, oh, hey, it's okay.
Yeah.
The mic's cut out.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty cool. That's really smart. So, because I talk to entrepreneurs and all these guys out here watching so far, what's the best advice you'd want to give someone in the music industry, starting up in the music industry, or looking to start, or already started but just trying to look for like, you know, that kind of break? What's kind of...
Two things: make good music. So like, don't go slack on anything. Like, just make good music. Be forward thinking. Don't do the normal, like just make really good forward thinking music. And something we were talking about the other night, your network is your net worth, 100%. If you don't have both of those things, nothing can really happen. Like, you can make the best music in the world, but if no one knows you and you don't know anyone, nothing's going to happen. And on the other hand, if you know everyone but you're making average quality music, nothing's going to happen. So those two things, focus on really making the absolute best music you can make, and always really be progressive and get to know people and be nice to everyone on your way up. Don't be a dick.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, definitely. Like, I guess people always gravitate towards nice people instead of, and it's just a natural way, man, because you don't want to hang out and on the tour someone you kind of not liking right now. You're just like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, straight up. Exactly right, man.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's cool. So I'm looking here, man, and there's a picture of the EP right here, looking pretty dapper, and it's very colorful. So what brought about the color scheme? Like, I see there's a lot of color, especially when you're going through and what you guys play at the Federation Square.
Yeah, totally.
So is there a meaning behind it, or is it just kind of like...
Yeah, totally. I'm a little hippie, man. So the EP is called Fluorescent Connections. I'm really like, everything I do is really like psychedelically sort of based and stuff. So that, you know, that goes hand in hand with the artwork. So yeah, like a friend of mine who's a graphic designer did that, kind of like gave him the brief, the outline, like what was going through my mind, sent him some pictures and stuff of what I was vibing off, and he came back with that. And yeah, dude, like most things we do, like I'm always wearing like tie-dye stuff, we're always got like trippy tapestries off. It's just that sort of vibe that we want to give off, about, you know, just being free-minded, like loving everyone, and a lot of stuff that sort of like psychedelically based sort of hippie culture is based off is a lot of the morals and ethics and stuff that we rap about, that we're into, and yeah, the vibe that we want to give off to people, just like spreading love and good energy.
Also, so where can people catch you, like for 2016? What are you guys doing? What does 2016 have for you guys?
So I'm gonna be dropping, I'm not even meant to be saying this, I'm going to be dropping something at an early stage 2015, some more music, a whole bunch more. And then on the Ivanhoos front, we've got a big tour which is about to be announced, so we're supporting someone at the end of February.
Yep.
And then we've got our own tour coming up midway through the year as well. And there's always little bits and pieces that pop up along the way as well. So like, you'll more than likely be able to catch me wherever you are in Australia, in like a big city near you at some stage during the year. Nothing's been formally announced and I'm not allowed to say anything, but you definitely will be able to.
That's cool, that's cool. Hey guys, so Junor is also getting distributed through Ditto Music. So like, we talked to Lee Parsons last week about that, and yeah, so how are they helping you, man? Like, especially in the kind of indie music sector that you're in.
Yeah, so like we went to release my EP, and we wanted to get it on iTunes and Spotify and stuff like that, and found Ditto Music through Music Victoria, who they're linked up with, and all the dudes that do Ditto Music are incredible. Like Lee, who I met the other night, Sarah, Vader, Anthony, like they're just incredible, getting all that stuff on iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, just streaming through everything. And yeah, that helped us massively. We ended up on like number 6 on the iTunes charts and shit, so like Ditto Music is sick.
Thy kingdom come with a sinful song, revelation as this nation needs some re-evaluation done. We say aloha, Fluorescent progression, but I'm still at home base, and I'm only seeing aqua like I'm up in Mount Franklin. Higher level understanding, if you can relate, I'll be taking all these heavy hits like I'm a welterweight, but we ride through it, we vibe to it.